The ECRL project is scheduled for completion 2 years from now. Hence, I wish to take this opportunity to commend state-owned China Communications Construction Company for graciously agreeing to facilitate its subsidiary, CCCCECRL, to participate in the operations and maintenance of the ECRL rail network through a 50-50 joint venture with Malaysia Rail Link. The Ministry of Transport envisaged that the joint venture between MRL and CCCECRL in ECRL's O&M phase will further drive cooperation between China and Malaysia, as well as deepen trade linkages and investment between our two countries. Today's signing ceremony between MRL and CCCCECRL also indicates the level of confidence China has in the viability of the ECRL, which is a national infrastructure that will catalyze economic growth, drive development, and provide seamless transportation for passengers and freight between East Coast states and the Klang Valley. The ECRL alignment will also promote greener modes of transportation and complete the much-needed land bridge between Kuantan Port and on the East Coast and Port Klang on the West Coast of Peninsular Malaysia. This land bridge will complement international trade, making it more attractive for businesses by boosting export-oriented industries. At its last-mile connectivity, linking Kuantan and Port Klang, will bring both coasts closer together and easing the transfer of goods along the ECRL network. In short, the ECRL has vast potential via Kuantan Port to serve cargo from Sabah and Sarawak, as well as the Eastern Regional Corridor with shipping routes to China and Japan, among others. In addition, the ECRL may potentially be part of the Pan-Asian Railway Network should its alignment in the state of Kelantan be extended to the key connection point of Rantau Panjang, which borders with Thailand. If that were to be materialized, the ECRL would be able to tap into Thailand's entire railway network and link with Kunming in southwestern China via the Lao PDR railway network, achieving greater free flow of goods and passengers in the region.
Can I also confirm the arrangement for the joint venture? So if it's a profitable operation, 80 for MRL and 20% for
Yes. That was part of, as I said, that was part of the gist of the renegotiation in 2019, where the Chinese side will take 50% of the burden in the case of operational loss. But if it's profitable, then 80% to MRL, 20% to the Chinese company.
Is there like a timeline for this agreement, the 50-50 or 80-20? Let's say it makes losses sustained for decades and all that. Will this agreement still be enforced?
Yeah, of course. The agreement will be enforced as long during the entire tenure of the loan repayment. So that is to ensure that the project has to strive to make it operational sustainable. So I think that is one of the reasons also why during the renegotiation, the Malaysian side has been able to convince the Chinese government to ensure the success of this project. Because as I said, the first round of the model of this project is just purely construction. So when we renegotiated, the Chinese government also take part in the operations. Because we know that the challenge is in the operations. Upon completion of the construction, the most challenging part is to ensure that this will not turn into a white elephant. We want to ensure that this project is successful. Optimization of the entire track, optimization of the train is important, and that's why part of the planning of ECRL is not just in terms of the railway track. We are also looking at development of industrial zone along the corridor, because the moment you have more industrial zone, then there will be more cargoes to be transported through ECRL. And that is the entire reason why ECRL is built in the first place, because we want to bring more development to the East Coast states.